Hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV. Something that I weren't planning on doing today, something that I'm not really wanting to do because as you know, or at least this is what I like to give off, is I like this channel to be a bit more positive. I like to be celebrating with you, and the fact that we haven't been celebrating much recently after what we know is a terrible loss to Aston Villa, a few shaky injuries to the players in the squad, so we're uncertain about things going forward. But I've woke up today and I've known about this news for a little bit of time, but I've had other videos to make, and I think it's about time I do make this video as I've now looked into it a little bit more. If you don't know, Marko Grucic has just left Liverpool to Porto on loan. I think it's a season loan deal. Obviously, I was calling for him to be sold. I didn't think he really had much of a place in the squad anymore, especially if you look at the midfield depth. Don't get me wrong, I think he's a solid player. I think that was established in the Arsenal game. I think we saw that he's got quality and that he can offer something to our team. But when you look at the fact that we've got James Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain when he's back, Curtis Jones, Gini, Wijnaldum, Naby Keita, all these players, he just starts to become a little bit irrelevant. So I'm not trying to throw shade on Marko Grucic, at least yet. But I agreed that we sold. I would have agreed, should I say, if we had sold him, but we decided to put him out on loan. Maybe that means we could have had a plan for him in the future. But after what I've saw here today, people, I don't know if he does. Make sure that you let me know your opinions on all this in the comments down below. But if you don't know, just a few hours after joining Porto the other day, this was obviously just after the loss to Aston Villa, Marko Grucic decides to go to Instagram and decides to leave a little comment, basically in Serbian. So I'm going to say it in Serbian and then I'm going to say what it translates to. Basically, in Serbian he goes, Verovatno I akonkajo Adrianovo Carejero u LCFU. Right, so basically what that translates to is probably ended Adrian's career at Liverpool Football Club. That's what that translates to, and what he's relating to is Ollie Watkins. He's basically saying Ollie Watkins has probably just ended Adrian's career. Now, I'm sure some of you have probably just laughed, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure a neutral has every reason to laugh at something like that. They might think it's funny with the fact that Adrian did have a terrible, below par performance, even for Adrian's standards. But let me tell you now, mate, if that's someone in my boxing gym, I do boxing, so if someone in my boxing gym has got an upcoming fight and someone comes to me and he's fighting my brother who's in a different boxing gym, and you come to interview me to see who I think's going to win, so you've got a lad from my gym who I train with every day, and then you've got my brother but he trains in a different gym, I'm just not going to comment. That's what I'm going to do. Do you want me to tell you why? Because I've got certain loyalties, and it doesn't take, unless you are a prick, an out-and-out prick, it doesn't take a fucking genius to realise what you should do in that situation. Don't comment. And the fact that you haven't been given a microphone right into your face in an interview, and the fact that you've decided to literally go on your phone, go to Instagram and type those words in, that just to me says that you're a big selfish cunt, mate. That's what that tells me, and I'm not trying to be overreacting for the video, but genuinely shit like this pisses me off, because yes, Adrian isn't that good. I don't think he really has a place at Liverpool anymore, because I think he makes too many mistakes. I think it's fine if it's a fan that goes and says that, but there's a bit of a different relationship between a fan and a footballer and a footballer and a footballer. You should try and be together at all times, because you don't know when you're going to make the mistake and you're going to need the support of your teammates. And instead, you've gone to one of the older figures in the squad, one of the more experienced figures in the squad, and you've took the piss. You've took the piss, Marko Grucic. And do you know what, mate? I don't really care how well he does at Porto, and some of yous might be laughing at me, and some of yous might think this is funny, and I'm not even having a go at you, but just think of the principles about what it is to be a teammate of a teammate. You want your teammates to back you when you're going through your dark times. Adrian's not going to be happy after just conceding 7 fucking goals against Aston Villa, and then he's got his teammates, and at the end of the day, he is still a teammate. I know he's joined Porto, but he is still a teammate. Let me give you another example that really pissed me off time ago. It was when Mamadou Sakho, do you remember when he had them issues with the Bunsen burners? The fucking Bunsen burners. Not the Bunsen burners, the fat burners. The Bunsen burners are the thing that lights the fire in science class in high school. Sorry about that, not Bunsen burners. But you know when Mamadou Sakho had them problems with the fat burners, he was doing quite well. He even scored against Dortmund, then he scored against Everton. But then he had that problem saying that he had fat burners in his system or something, and that was a supposedly illegal substance, and everything was being looked into. Anyway, you could say that ended Mamadou Sakho's career. I think there was a lot more to it, but yeah, either way, he ended up joining Crystal Palace on loan, and that's all okay because he needs game time. Obviously, we know since he's joined them permanently, but let me put it into a perspective. We played Crystal Palace at Anfield. I can't remember the exact year. I think it was 2017, but it was when Mamadou Sakho, it might have been his debut to be fair, but he weren't actually playing. He was on the sidelines. He might have been on the bench, or he was just watching the game. Anyway, I think Crystal Palace won that game 2-0. Let me know if I'm incorrect. But Benteke scored twice. Now, Benteke celebrated both goals. And that's absolutely fine because Benteke had joined Crystal Palace permanently for a fee of £27 million. So that's all okay. But what he does is run all the way to Mamadou Sakho, and the absolute smile and joy and the cheer on Mamadou Sakho's face, when I saw that back, that pissed me off. Do you want me to tell you why that pissed me off? Because I'm a Liverpool fan, and regardless whether you're wearing Crystal Palace training gear right now, you're still a Liverpool player. So the fact that you're celebrating at our home, the home that you've been playing at for the last 3 or so years, Mamadou Sakho, and now you're celebrating, you can fuck off. You can fuck right off. If you've still got some involvement with the club, you never go after your teammates, and the same goes for Marko Grucic. Now, the Mamadou Sakho one is not as bad as this one, in my opinion. That was just an example of that. Show loyalty to your fans and your teammates when you're still wearing the shirt. Or when you're still involved with the club. A loan deal doesn't change that, and the fact Grucic has done this has really pissed me off. I even translated the comments because I couldn't find any English photos of what he said to Adrian, but I translated it and it's come out correct. Probably ended Adrian's career, and do you know what, mate? That's just throwing shade. That's not right. I disagree with this wholeheartedly, and when I found this out, I was genuinely in shock, and I didn't really find it funny, to be honest with you, mate, because I think it's a lot bigger than that. But again, sorry for the negative vibes in the video again, but I thought this was something that needs to be addressed because I think it's important that the players know how to fucking act when a teammate does bad, and this is not exactly how you act. And Marko Grucic isn't a fucking kid. He's a 24, 25-year-old man. Listen, mate, you should not be doing that. You should have the common decency to know not to do that. That's my opinion. Let me know, and I am still absolutely open to your opinions. If I'm overreacting, let me know. Say, James, listen, mate, what the fuck, lads? You know what I mean? It's only a little one-off comment. Chill. That's sweet. Let's do that, because that's what this channel is for. But my initial reaction is this, and I'm not happy about it. So that's all I can really say. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. See ya.